Hello guys, welcome back. So we are in basic setting. So in basic setting, what we have seen? We have seen posting period variant, and now we are in fiscal year variant. Fiscal year variant means what is the use of this fiscal year variant? Why do we need to define this fiscal year variant? So as I said, the first thing is like whatever the fiscal year, I mean to say financial year, is going to be used, whether it is calendar year or non-calendar year, how SAP will come to know. So for that, we have to define a fiscal year variant, right? Fiscal year is nothing but financial year. Now, if it is calendar year, then the configuration step is pretty simple. In the previous session, I would have shown that there was a checkbox. In that, you have to apply a check mark. So if you apply a check mark, then pretty simple, guys. Easily SAP will come to know that this is calendar year means Jan to December. Jan to December. If you talk about whatever our like in entire world, in our day-to-day life, we are going to follow calendar year. If the date which is appearing in your smartphone, that is calendar year. The date which is appearing in your laptops, in your PCs, right? These all are calendar year date only. So that is pretty simple for SAP also to understand. Where is the problem? When it is non-calendar year, then there will be a problem. Okay, and now here, so in previous session I quoted one example also about this non-calendar year. Okay, so this was the example where I was explaining the year shift. What is the use of this year shift, guys? So look at here. The use of year shift is going to happen. First of all, if it is calendar year, this year shift is not required. Okay, June is the 7th period, August is the 8th period, January is the 1st period, right? December is 12th period. There is no problem at all in order to open and close the periods. In order to open and close the period. Okay, now here, let me delete these things. Let me bring these things here. Okay, so now here, so this is our, let's suppose, posting period variant. And I quoted the example, guys, that if the transaction posting date is this one, then what will happen? Posting date is like 9th of August, right? Now it becomes 10th. So give it like, if it is 10th of August. So what will happen? So August means, look at here, 5th period. August means 5th period, so 5th. Okay. What about year? So year means, look at here, year is 22 and here also 22. There is no differences. Here also 5th period and 22. Okay. So where is the problem? The problem is here when the like 1st of January came, then it is 2023. So as per calendar year, it is 2023. Since we are using non-calendar year, So for us, even though it is 23 at the calendar year, but still we are in 22 itself, right? For us, I mean to say Tata Motor. If Tata Motor is going to use non-calendar year, or not only Tata Motor guys, multiple organizations, whichever the organizations are there, and this non-calendar year could be anything, right? Different, it could be different also, that also I'll quote. So here, so for Tata Motor, what happened guys? So this for Tata Motor, 23, 2023 is going to be started from here onwards. From April 2023 onwards, their 23 is going to be started. Before April, like March 23, February 23, and Jan 23. So even though as per calendar year it is 23, as per calendar year it is 23, but actually as, as per their as per their non-calendar year, it is 22 itself. So what happened? So here the period will be 1st of Jan means 10th period, and it will be 22. Year will be 22 itself, because for Tata Motor 22 is not completed yet. It is going to be completed on 31st March, so 10th, and year 22. So here is the problem. So what is the problem guys? The problem is here the year we have given 23 at the time of transaction posting, because when the transactions are going to be posted, it will be posted by users, and we are pretty much familiar with the calendar year itself. So as per user, this is like 1st of January 2023 we have given, it's okay. SAP, based on our configurations, SAP automatically will come to know that this 2023 is nothing but the 10th period of 22. So 10th period that SAP came to know here. Here we have given these details. So January is the 10th period, and how SAP will come to know that this 23 is not 23, actually it is 22. So year shift is there, that is called -1. Okay, so -1 year shift is there. So here -1 if we have given, then 23 minus 1, so 22. Now, so this year shift is required guys. This year shift, try to understand this year shift, where it is required, right? See, I'll tell you, you guys are going to become consultant. So what will happen here? Why consultants are highly paid people? Because now here I'll tell you. So when the implementation is going to happen, so Tata Motor, the employee of Tata Motor, in the sense like, let's suppose they are saying that okay, we have to use non-calendar year. So simply they have given the requirement that we are going to follow April to March. Okay, that is their financial year. Or else we are going to follow July to June. We are going to follow October to September. Isn't it? Now you as a consultant, now what is happening? You have to decide that how this fiscal year variant is going to be set up into SAP. Right? And what should be the year shift, and against how many period these year shifts are going to be applied. In the current example, in this example, what is happening guys? From April till December is falling in the current calendar year. Try to understand. Okay, these things I'll bring here. From April, so look at here, from April, 1st of April, okay, we are in 2022. Right now calendar year is 2022. So from 2022 is going to be started for Tata Motor. 2022 is going to be started from 1st of April onwards. So from April till December, we are in 2022 itself, right? So here what will happen? So now here what is happening, guys? So April till December, we are in 22. As per non-calendar year also 22 itself, and as per calendar year also 22 itself, from April till December. Okay, so there is no problem. Why? Because I said like 10th of August. So 10th of August, this 10th period why I have given, okay, this is January, right? So I said 10th of August, so August will be 5th period. August will be 5th period. If you hide this now. So here August will be 5th period, right? So 5th period we have given, and year 22, it's okay. Here also year 22 itself, and even if December is there, right? 10th of December, then what is happening? Again, December means 9th period. So 9th period, and year 22 only. So that is why from here till here, the year shift is 0, because here also year 22 and here also year 22, right? So there is no change in the year, isn't it? So that is why here we are saying that it should be year shift will be 0. It means always when you are going to use this non-calendar year, then always the year shift you must have to specify. So always system is going to add this value. So here August and 2022. So 2022, so 2022 plus 0, so 22, right? Again, December 2022. So December means period 9th, and here 22 plus year shift here. So it is 22 only. Where is the problem? So problem is like January. So January means 1st of January 2023. So it becomes 10th period, but year is 23 here, right? So what we have given? We given -1. It means we are telling SAP that shift this shift this year 2023 with a digit called -1, right? So shift this year by this digit. So 2023 -1, what is the value, guys? 22. So if somebody has given a date of this one and trying to post the transactions, so what is happening? SAP is going to check January is the 10th period. So 10th period, and which year, guys? So year means even though 23, but here 23 is going to be shifted by this digit. So 22. So SAP will come to know that 10th of 22, year 22 is open or not. So yes, 10th is open, right? Now, in the previous session, some of you said like here we are going to give 23. No, 23 means what, guys? That is going to represent the next financial year. Even though it is January, but we are in 2022 itself. And this 2022 is going to be finished again on March 31st March 2023, right? So 31st March 2023, this non-calendar year is going to be ended. There 22 is going to be Tata Motor 2022 is going to be ended on 31st March 2023, and 31st April 2023 onwards. Then what is happening, guys? Then actually the new year of Tata Motor, in the sense their 2023 is going to be started, right? In the current year, what is happening? 1st April 2022 onwards, the 22 of Tata Motor started, right? Okay, now I'll quote another example. Now let me do one thing. Let me delete. So now we are having another one. So I'll just ask from you people. So here I'll be having October to September. Try to understand this, and then you guys have to tell me what should be the year shift here. Okay, just let me specify here. First of all, now, so October to September, this is the, so now I'll tell you guys, our calendar year is 2022. We are in 2022. Okay, now October to September. So October to September means from here onwards, the first period is going to be started, right? Let me make it no fill. So here onwards, what is happening? First period is going to be started. Second and third, and then fourth onwards. Now, so someone just tell me, guys, what should be the year shift here? What should be the year shift like from here to here?
-1.
-1 means from where to where?
October to December.
Yeah.
Jan to December.
Jan to September.
September.
Jan to September.
October to December 0.
Jan to September -1. And here it is 0. Okay. Any different answer from anybody? Apart from this? So I'll tell you guys now here. So this is the answer, right? Now, so why it is -1? Can someone tell me why it is -1? Yeah.
Because it is falling into a new year, like 23.
This is falling into 23. See, our financial year is 2022, right? Right now, so not financial year, our calendar year is 2022. Okay. When you talk about October to December, so I'll tell you guys, this is what is happening. Of course, confusion will be there, isn't it? Confusion. If somebody is going to ask during interview, and when I say that when the why people are getting rejected during interview, right? So questions are not definition based questions. If you have a look on like YouTube's, if you have a look on different platforms where like people are saying that what do you mean by company, what do you mean by company code, what do you mean by business area, so these are the question and answers are updated by people, but such kind of questions are not being asked by interviewer nowadays. They will just give a scenario and then they will say, now you tell me as a consultant what is your solution here. So let's suppose now if someone has to ask a question from fiscal year variant, are they going to ask like what do you mean by fiscal year variant? This is just a basic question, right? So this is what is going to be asked. Let's suppose I'm going to use October to September as a fiscal year, okay, as a financial year. Be on mute, guys, because my voice is like echo sound is coming. Okay, so whenever you have to answer, you can unmute the audio and then you can answer. Once again, you be on mute. Okay, so what I said that this is the question. I have to use October to September as a fiscal year, financial year. Now, so you tell me as a consultant, what should be year shift, right? So I have already explained 1 hour, still some confusions are there. So what about the people where the explanations itself, like there is no any further explanations? Simply 2-minute explanations are there, guys, that fiscal year or financial year is going to be used for what? It is going to use to determine whether it is which financial year we are going to use, whether it is calendar year or non-calendar year. And simply faculties will say that we are just going to do one thing. Simply we are going to follow calendar year because it will be quite easy for you people to understand. They will apply a check mark and they will proceed further. So when they are going to proceed further, what about this year shift? It will not come into picture. Because if somebody has to explain this year shift, it is going to take 2 hours, right? Whereas they have to complete this fiscal year just in 2 minutes. Now, I'll tell you guys how you have to identify which year shift is going to be used. Okay. Earlier, when I'm using April to March. So first of all, what we have done? Now, what is our calendar year, guys? So our calendar year is, let's suppose we are using 2022. This is our calendar year, right? Okay. So this is our calendar year. Okay. Now, so our calendar year is 2022. Now here, so when you talk about we are in 2022. So April to March. So April to March means this 2022 is going to be started from April onwards and entire December will be in 2022 itself, right? Entire December will be in 2022. Okay. Now, and so here April to December we are in 2022. Okay. Now, so what is happening? And April onwards 2022 is going to be started for Tata Motor. So here what is happening? Here also same, and here also what is happening? So 2022 means here what is happening, guys? We are going to give 0. There is no problem till here. 0, 0, 0. Where is the problem? So the problem is January, February, March. January, February, March falling in next calendar year in 2023. These are falling in next calendar year in 2023. Okay. So 2020, try to understand. It's very simple. 2023, right? But even till next calendar year 2023, it means Jan 23, Feb 23 and March 23. But even till that, till March 23, we are in 22 itself, right? So for this one, -1 I have given for this period, 23 -1, right? For these three, 23 -1 for these three periods. Then we will come to know, then system will come to know that for this one also, this 3 period also, we are in 22 itself. Now the situation is going to be changed here. Let's suppose, and delete this. Okay, no fill, and year shift is going to be changed. Now October to September. What is our financial year, guys? Our financial year is, what is our calendar year? 2022. And when you talk about, so we are in 2022. So now what is happening, guys? So till September 2022 is there. But 1st of October onwards, even though 1st of October is 2022, that is the calendar year. But here 1st of October onwards, what is happening, guys? 23 is going to be started. Okay, 1st of October onwards, October to September. So 1st of October onwards, what is happening? 2023 is going to be started. Okay, now, so 1st of October onwards, 2023 is going to be started. Our calendar year is 22. 1st of October onwards, 2023 is going to be started. And then next year, January, right? So we are in 2023. right? Okay. Now here, so now here what is happening, guys? Okay. So this 1st of October onwards, 2023 is going to be started. But we are in 22 itself, right? I'll just do one thing. I was giving this example. So we are in 22, but this is for these 3 period, 23 was started. And even next year, till from January till this December, by default we are in 23. By default, we are in 23, right? By default, we are in 2023, right? So 1st of October onwards, 1st of October onwards, our 23 is started. So now tell me, guys, so when I have to post a transactions, let me quote the example. Okay. Now try to understand this one. When I have to post, posting date is going to be 1st of October. This is the date. Calendar year means as per calendar year we are going to give the date. So now look at here, guys. Posting date is 1st of October 2022. So tell me, guys, so which period first of all I am supposed to give? Which period?
One.
One only, sir.
1. Good. So 1. Now, and what should be year here?
22, sir.
2022.
No, because as I said, 1st October onwards, our 23 is going to be started, right? October to September. So even though we are in calendar year 2022, it's okay. But non-calendar year is saying October to September. So 1st October onwards, what is happening, guys? 23 is going to be started. So here year will be what? 2023. Now because new year is already started. 1st October onwards, what is happening? New year is going to be started. Okay. So now what will happen, guys? So here I have given the posting date, I have given 22, and here the year is 23. So now tell me, guys, how SAP will come to know that actually this 22 we have given, but it is 23. So what should be the year shift? Year should be shifted by which digit, guys?
-1.
Minus one.
Plus 1.
One.
Plus 1,
Plus
sir.
1, plus 1. Yes, that is
Plus
the correct
one.
answer. Right? How -1? 22 -1, it is 21, right? So 22 is the calendar year is 22, and as per non-calendar year 1st October onwards, our 23 is started. In that case, what is happening, guys? So 22 and year must be shifted with +1, then only SAP will come to know, okay, this is 23. Even though calendar year we have given 22, but actually 23 just started. So that's what we are going to say SAP that shift this fiscal year with this value, right? This value, I mean to say, I have to give like +1 like this. So shift the fiscal year with this value, right? This is what you have to understand, guys. This is what is going to be asked by people, right? So in this way, so now here +1, here also +1, and here also +1. It means now, so October onwards, new year is going to be started. So from 1st October, what is happening? 23 got started, right? 1st October onwards, 23 got started. So our calendar year is 22, it's okay. So date we are going to specify as per calendar year itself, isn't it? But the period we have opened, 1st October means immediately the new year is going to be open. So 1st October means here period is 1 and year is 23. because as per non-calendar year 23 is started. Okay. But here the date which is going to be specified by people at the time of transaction posting, they will follow calendar year only, right? So it's SAP automatically is going to convert this calendar year into non-calendar year. The date, this date is going to be converted into non-calendar year based on our configurations, fiscal year variant, right? So SAP will check transaction is getting posted for which company code. So that is for Tata Motor, whatever the company code is there, right? So 22, let's suppose TM22 is the company code. Okay, that is Tata Motor. Now, then what about the posting period variant? So posting period variant, which posting period variant is linked with Tata Motor, that SAP will come to know. And which period is open. So first of, let's suppose October month posting is there, first of 23, right? But here user is giving posting date first, like 10th of, sorry, 1st of October 2022. So here 23 is open. So SAP is going to check our fiscal year variant setting in background, and then SAP come to know that October means first period. So first periods are open. Year 22, but year 23. So how SAP will come to know? 22 plus year shift. 22 plus year shift. So 22 plus 1. Earlier, what was there, guys? In this one, here in January, what is happening? 22 minus 1 was there. So 22. So next year, let's suppose January means here it is 23, and next year here in April to March, what is happening, guys? We were in 22 itself. So 23 plus minus 1. So 23 plus minus minus, right? So 23 minus 1, it is 22. This is how SAP was, right? Don't, it's not at all confusing, guys. It's not at all confusing. Okay. Now, so generally what is happening? What is the concepts? See, the most of the calendar years are falling here, like most of the calendar years. So Jan, Feb, March, everything is 22 itself, right? That October, November, December is going to fall. This is from here onwards, 23 got started, right? Now let's suppose if it is, say for example, if it is September to August, so what will happen, guys, for September onwards? If it is September to August, then what will happen? So again, the same thing. September onwards, 2023 is going to be started, isn't it? See, I'll tell you guys, now we have to ask from client that you tell me that you are saying October to September. So our calendar year is 22. So now here, October onwards, which year is going to be started? Calendar year is 22, right? So as per calendar year, now we are in 22. So October onwards, your 22 is going to be started or 23 is going to be started. So October onwards, let's suppose 23 is going to be started. So still we are in 22 itself. So date we are going to give, it's okay, but year is 22, and whereas our 23 is going to be started. So now what is happening, guys? Plus 1 will be there, and then till December, and next year January. So by default we have entered in calendar year 23. So next year January, what is happening? 01/01/2023 next year, and we are already from October itself we have entered in 2023. So October till this September we are in 2023. So next year January till September, by default we are in 23. Look at here, Jan to December, by default we are in 23 as per calendar year. So here year shift is going to be 0. Okay. So here 2023, and here is also 23, right? 1st January is going to be 4th period. So here also it is going to be 23. Okay. So this is what is happening. Now another example. Okay. This time. Okay. So now let's suppose Now here, let me delete. So we are going to use a different fiscal year, July to June. Okay. Okay. So this is our fiscal year, July to June. So what will happen, guys? Now July onwards, new year is going to be started. First of all, now I'll tell you, new year is going to be started July onwards. Try to understand this one here. So here what happened? First of all, as a consultant, simply what the feedback, what is the input we got, guys? See, I'll tell you. So we have seen in blueprint phase, lots of discussions are happening, right? And those things we have noted down. But do you think that entire discussions are going to be completed in blueprint itself? No, not at all. There are multiple discussions which is going to be started at the time of configuration itself. There are multiple inputs which we required at the time of configuration itself. Now let's suppose your client says that, okay, we are going to use, or we use this July to June fiscal year. So before setting up this, we need certain input from client. Again, we have to say that it's okay. Now here we are in 2022. What input we need, guys? First of all, we need to confirm. So you're saying July to June. July onwards, new year is going to begin. Okay. So what input? Our year shift is going to be dependent on the input which we are going to receive from client. Okay. So now I'll tell you. So what, as a consultant, what you guys are going to ask from client? So now here 7th onwards, this is the 7th period. Okay. So this is what. So period means it is pretty simple. Client said July onwards first period. July onwards first period is going to be started. Okay. Now here, so you need certain input. Which input, guys? In order to decide year shift, what are we going to ask from client? The first thing you have to ask that our calendar year in 2022, we are in 22. You tell me from this July onwards, in which year we are going to enter, right? We are in 2022. Okay. So July onwards, this July 2022 onwards, are we going to enter in the year 23 or we are going to enter in 22? Both cases could be there, guys, isn't it? Client will say that we are in calendar year 2022. Client will say that you just do one thing. From July onwards, the new year is going to start it. So new year means what? It could be 23. It could be 23, right? Or else client will say no. From Jan to December, even though it is like Jan to December, we are in 2022, but here Jan to June, from this Jan to June, we were in 21 itself. July onwards, 22 is going to be started. Our 22 was going to be started from July onwards. The way I said, right, that this one, April to, so here, April onwards, what is happening, guys? 22 is going to be started, right? If we talk about April to March, then April onwards, 22 is going to be started. In this way, here, client says that from July onwards, which is going to be started, guys? 22 or 23. So let's suppose July onwards, they are saying 23 is started. Okay, not like this. Okay, so I'll have to make it like this. And then from, they're saying that July onwards, they're saying July onwards, 23 is going to be started. Okay, so now tell me, guys. Okay, so now here, posting date. Now this time, if I'm going to post a transaction on 10th of August, Okay. So first of all, tell me which period supposed to be open here and which year supposed to be
Second.
open.
2.
Which one? 2. Second period open. Okay. And which year? Year supposed to be 22 or 23?
23.
23 only.
Okay. Chalo. 2,
23.
22.
23. 23 guys, I told here that July onwards 23 is going to be started. So
Yes,
August,
yes.
right? Now tell me guys the year shift. What should be the year shift here?
Jan to June 0. July to December 3. +1.
Here it is 0 and here it is +1. Any other answer apart from this one guys? Anybody want to give any different answer? So yes. Now as I told you guys that your finance and account skill is not applicable here, right? What is applicable here? It is your mathematical skills, right? Simple mathematics you can, and your reasoning skills are going to be applied. Okay, it has nothing to do with your finance and account. And if somebody feels that I'm not from finance account background, that is why I'm not able to understand. No, it is not acceptable, right? Because we are not going to calculate anything here. Mathematical calculations are there. So apply your reasoning and mathematical skills. That's it. If you watch this session twice and thrice, easily you guys will be able to understand the calculations. And pretty simple guys. Later on, like these things are going to be basics. Okay. Now, so now we are in July to June. So July to June means first of all we need information from client that July onwards which year is going to be started. Actually 22 or 23. Client said it is 23. So first of, let's suppose 10th of August, if you post a transactions. So August means which period? So August means second period. And I said we July itself onwards we started in 20, we entered in 23. So the year is going to be 23 itself. On August also year will be 23 itself, right? Okay. Here the problem is transaction is getting posted. So here year is 22. So till here, as per calendar year, so July to December, these are the periods which is still falling under which calendar year? Under 22 itself, 22, which is falling under 22. But here what is happening? Actually, we have entered in 23, right? We have entered in 23. So 22 and we have entered in 23. So from 22, you have to jump to 23. All the years will be given here in 22 itself. But actually our 23 is started. So 22, if you have to jump to 23, so +1 supposed to be the year shift, right? +1 supposed to be 22, +1, then only you can jump to 23. Okay, so till December, it's there. Now this January is the next year January, in the sense now calendar year is going to be changed. So January means next year, 2023 January. So here by default we have entered in 2023, right? By default we have entered in 2023. So next year January. So next posting date, let's suppose 0. Now let's suppose there is a posting date 01/2023. This is the posting date. Now tell me guys, which period is supposed to be open?
8th.
7.
Not
Sorry,
7th here.
8th.
Sorry, 8.
Here
8.
so don't look at my words and all, look at here what I have put it, right? This is what is also, isn't it? I'll tell you guys generally what happened during interview. So when the interviewer is going to quote, like let's suppose they'll ask a question and sometime they provide the answers also. So it looks like pretty simple, but I'll tell you guys that is a trap. When the interviewer is proposing an answer, so easily people are not going to propose the answers. They're expecting your answer, isn't it? So sometimes multiple things that I'll explain in upcoming session, don't worry. So this is how you guys are going to be comfortable and your confidence level will increase. Okay, so here second period means in the sense February. So February means 8th period. So 8th period and 23, right? So date here also we have given 23 here, posting date, and here also 23, right? No differences. 23, 23. So from here to here it is this one. Now again, pretty simple guys, on last. Okay, on last. Chalo. If it is 22, the client says that July onwards our 22 is going to be started, then what will be the year shift, guys?
July to December
0.
and January to June +1.
July, here it is 0.
Jan to June -1.
+1.
I'm confused, guys. You guys made me confused. Tell me which one is the correct one, +1 or -1?
-1.
-1.
It's already 22 now, sir. 23 next year. So +1.
+1. No. So again, first of all, understand. Okay, wait. Somebody is saying -1, somebody is saying +1. So which one is the correct answer? So here, now the client is saying that July to June. So July onwards, 22 is going to be started, right? So which is the calendar year 22? So here we are in 2022. It's okay till July to December. Anyway, so if I have to enter the posting date, this is the posting date, 10th of August 2022, right? So this is the date we have given, and actually we have entered in 10th of, now you tell me guys, so 10th of August. So here which period?
Period, sir.
Which period?
Second period.
Second period.
2.
And which year?
22.
Yes, I said here July onwards 22. We are going to enter in 22. So we have to give 22. Okay. So now here what is happening, guys? So it is posting date is 2022 and year is also 2022. July onwards 22 is going to be started. So till December, the calendar year 22 means from Jan to December. Till December we are in 22. So still July to December, these many periods are falling. As per calendar year also we are in 22 itself. So the dates are 22, right? Dates are 22. Dates are also like whatever July to December, whatever dates are going to be entered, it will be in 2022 itself, right? And our 22 begin here. The year also we are going to give 22. So this 22 and this 22, there is no difference. That's what 0. But January onwards, we have entered in 2023 calendar year, right? But guys, this January till June. So we are actually in 2023 calendar year. But as per non-calendar year, we are still in which year, guys? Jan to June?
22.
22 only.
22 only. So here actually 23, but we are in 22 itself. So how SAP will come to know that actually it is not 23, it is 22 only?
-1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Year
Yes,
must
it's
be
-1.
shifted. Yes, so year must be shifted
-1.
with how, which digit? -1, right?
-1.
So this is what I'm saying, guys, isn't it? So when you guys are going to do a practice and all this time, So no need to have like to do the configurations in SAP. How you guys are going to understand? So these things you have to take a pen and paper, and there you have to write it down, or it's like me, you have to prepare an Excel sheet, and then you can put a question by yourself, and then you have to decide the answer, right? Okay, I have created a group also for you people, for your batch, right? In that also you can have a discussions, right, on this. Okay, so this is what the use of year shift. This is how the year shift is going to be, right? Now there is another thing. Now another thing is what is happening, guys. Okay, so this is how the year shift is going to be decided. Okay, so now here I'll just do one thing. Let me unhide this one calendar year. Okay, now so what we are going to do, I have to, now we are going to define this. So fiscal year variant is not going to be finished here itself. There are few more things. Okay, I don't think that during interview people will ask those things and all, but still it is there. That I'll explain in a simplest way, guys, in the sense like practically it is not possible to configure. That is very rare requirement, isn't it? And but still I'll give some 2-3 line definitions for those things also. But first of all, let me configure this one. Okay, so we are going to follow April to March. If you follow simple calendar year, our entire configurations are going to be pretty simple only, right? So simple means your level also will be like other people itself in the market, right? Your level must be different compared to other people. So just we are going to create a fiscal year variant. What is variant, guys? What do you mean by variant? Why do we need to create fiscal year as a variant? Someone tell me.
Use the multiple times or any other company code also. Assigned to any other company code also.
Yes, yes. So what you have to say, variant means it is a reusable setting, right? It is a reusable setting, isn't it? Variant is reusable settings means now I am going to create a fiscal year variant, right? So fiscal year variant, when you define, only 2-digit code is going to be given. So let's suppose TX is my fiscal year variant, and this fiscal year variant is, let's suppose it is like April to March, right? April to March. This fiscal year variant is April to March. Okay. So now what happened, guys? Let's suppose we are having Tata Motor, then Tata Steel, later on Tata Steel also, right? Then Tata Chemical also, right? Tata Cement also. So if for every company code, in the sense every companies are going to use the same fiscal year, everyone is following like April to March itself, then why to define a different fiscal year for every company code? Single fiscal year variant we have defined, and the same fiscal year variant is going to be assigned to other company code also. This one we have created during implementations, right? Now what will happen once the implementation is completed? Once the implementation means the configurations for Tata Motor is done, entire configurations are done. Once we have handed over this SAP successfully to Tata Motor, right? So their users will start using this SAP. They will start posting their day-to-day transactions by using SAP. So Tata Motor is a separate organization, guys, and Tata Steel is a separate organization. So what will happen? Now Tata Steel employees also need SAP. They are also comes under the same group company, right? So now what is happening? The next configurations is going to be started for Tata Steel. So that project is called what, guys? Which kind of project? Tata Steel comes under which project?
Rollout.
Yes. So the first one is
Rollout.
implementation, right? First one is implementations, and second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, whichever is there, that entire comes under rollout, right? So this is rollout project. Okay. So when you go for rollout for Tata Steel, right? So what happened at the time of rollout? No need to create a new fiscal year variant, right? Simply we are going to assign it. So now you guys will be getting small clue. I told you guys that during implementations, what we are going to do during implementations, let's suppose 100% of the steps are going to be done. In the sense you have to do lots of configurations. But during rollout, only 60 to 70% of the steps. Why? Look at here. In implementations, we have to create a fiscal year variant. You have to define a fiscal year variant. During rollout, are you going to define this fiscal year variant? No. This is already defined for the Tata Motor. The same fiscal year variant is going to be used. So this is why for rollout, lesser steps are there. We'll see that later. Now, let me define this and let me wind up the session because already it has taken too much time. So now go to OB29 is the transaction code. Here it is there on PT also if you have a look, right? OB29, OB37. So first of all, we have to define, right? So what is this here? Click on new entry and the charging is also going to be finished only, guys. Okay. So here what is happening? Multiple fiscal year variants are already defined. Multiple fiscal year variants are already defined, guys. Okay. So what I have to do, I will just do one thing. So here you give a unique code which is unused, right? If I give TT, TM, so this is already used by people. So I've given TX. In the previous session I saw it was not used by anybody. And here you can give, let's suppose, a description. Okay. What is this year dependent? A small definition is there, guys. But now I think again, if I'm going to explain, it is going to take another 10 minutes or 5 minutes. So that we'll talk in next session and then we'll proceed further for the next configuration. So right now, no explanation for this one. In next session, I'll explain what is this year dependent. Okay. So right now, if it is calendar year, then only you need to apply a check mark here. If it is non-calendar year, no need to apply a check mark. And if it is a calendar year, simply you can apply a check mark and you can save it. Then no need to do any further configuration. Calendar year means by default SAP will come to know Jan to December, right? If it is Jan to December, then do you need any year shift? No, it is not needed. Then why such headache, right? SAP is also free from headache, right? Now, so year shift is required. Keep in your mind, year shift is required only and only when we are going to follow now non-calendar year. Okay. So no need to apply a check mark. Okay. Here posting period only 12. Okay. Whether it is calendar year, non-calendar year, everywhere the posting period month will be 12 only. Okay. Number of special posting period, no need to give anything here as in the sense at present it is not possible to explain the logic here. Right now just give here 12 because we are in the beginning only, right? We started our journey just now. So that's what I said, guys. Everything is not possible to explain. Okay. Now, so this number of special posting period means certain special posting periods are also going to be specified, guys, which is going to be used for year-end closing. But again, what is this year-end closing and all? At this point of time, it is not possible to explain, right? Because it is going to create lots of confusion. Now, so number of posting period 12. Till here there is no problem. No need to apply a check mark here because we are going to create non-calendar year. Okay. Now, then you select this one and double click on periods. Okay. So here our main settings are there. Okay. So you click on new entry. So here month. Month means what? It means Jan, Feb, right? So now what is happening, guys? Text wise Jan, Feb. Here you can enter period text, but that is not required. Specifying the text is not required. Why? Because SAP don't know Jan, Feb or something. Okay, so no need to do anything here in period text. Simply SAP knows the number. Okay, number. So which number, guys? First period, second period, third period. So first month. January is the first, second, third. So what is happening, guys? This 12 is going to be specified. Copy and I'll paste here. So month means, first month means January. Okay, till 10th only it is coming. So again, I'll have to scroll down and then 12th is going to appear, right? It's okay. Don't scroll down right now. Okay, so I'll do it. First of all, 1 to 10 I have given. Okay, it's okay. Then what is happening? Day. So in January, 31 days. February. Now, February we are having 28 days also and 29 days also. Leap years, right? Concept will be there. So here you have to give a maximum number of the days. Whatever the leap year is there, that is, it is automatically is going to be identified by system. How it is going to be identified? Because even we'll be having certain other settings also from some other module. Other module means we are having HR module, right? From there, what is happening? HR consultant will define calendar, right? So as per that setting, SAP will come to know which one is the leap year and which one is the leap year and all. That will be identified by system. So here simply you have to give the maximum number. So February means sometime 28 and sometime 29, right? So maximum is 29 that you have to specify. Then here again 31, here 30, 31, then 30. This is 31 and August is also 31, right? Then we are having 30, then here 31, till here it's okay. Then 11th and 12th also I'll specify. Don't scroll down because system will throw error. Now, period. So period I said April onwards, first period. April onwards, first period. So what I'll do, I'll just copy from here. April onwards, first period. So I'll just copy and I'm going to paste it here. April onwards, first period. So till 7, then 8, 9, I'll specify, and here this is 10th, 11th, and 12th. So 10th, 11th, and 12th, just copy and paste, and you guys have to enter this manually. Okay, I'll tell you guys, better to specify, if non-calendar year, better to specify April to March itself, right? You can create later, you can create the different fiscal year, but right now, because as I said, like later you guys are going to face some challenges, isn't it? So don't make more experiments. Once you guys are going to have a perfect understanding, you can make whatever experiments you want. Right now, you follow me in the sense the way I'm going to proceed, so that easily you guys will be having understanding about the topics and all, and later you guys are free to make your experiment. Okay. So now here, year shift. Year shift means year 0, 0, everywhere 0, and here also 0. Here it is -1, -1. Here also -1. Here also -1. Press enter. Okay. Now here, so till 10th only I have defined, then 11th period and 12th period. So 10th means October. October is 31 days. 11th November and December is 31 days. This is 8th period and this is our 9th period. Okay. Here 0 and here 0. Okay. For you people, there might be a chances that in a single screen itself here, what is happening, all 12 period will be, you will be able to see. It's okay, there is no problem. So now here what is happening, my fiscal year variant related configurations I have done. So here I am saying system that this January, February, March, right, will fall under next year, next calendar year, right? Next calendar year. That next calendar year must be adjusted with this value. So I'll tell you guys, it is 99% of the people, right? First of all, there, as I said, like when I define calendar year, then you don't know what is this year shift because I have not explained. So the faculty skipped this there only, right? Okay. Now certain people they know. Some people, of course, I'm not saying that everybody, all the candidates they don't know. Of course, certain people know. But again, if some of the people know, so in those people, like 99% of the people, they know -1 only. So whenever any questions are going to be asked by faculties, they will not ask this -1 related example. They will always quote +1 related example. And what is happening? Most of the people they know year shift means -1. So I'll tell you guys, it could be either -1 or +1 also, depends upon the requirement, isn't it? So that's how like you have to. So as I said, like we are in beginning only, right? So don't worry, this is going to be pretty simple, and later on this logic is like you'll be having a very good clarity on this. Okay, but yes, in order to specify one year shift, it has taken 2 hours. Very small settings, right? But yes, now I think the clarity got that developed, and you guys are able to understand the logic behind this. Save it, Control S. Okay, keep the same transport request, press enter. So what we have done, we have created this fiscal year variant EX. So likewise, no need to go for this one. And what is this certain fiscal year variant, guys? I'll explain in 2-3 lines, but in next session only I'll explain. Now, so click on back button. So now multiple fiscal year variants are there, guys. You get here multiple. Okay. When you talk about April to March, so there will be a default fiscal year variant supplied by SAP V3. Okay, V3. Somebody has look at here. Somebody has made the experiment and applied here a check mark. So if somebody has applied the check mark, then what is happening? Even though it is April to March, but if you have a look, now here the period settings are gone. Look at here, the period settings are gone. Okay, system is not taking you inside of this one, right? So what? How you can go inside? If you remove the check mark and if you save it, then you can. So this is called useless experiment. The people who made such kind of experiment, because it is advisable, don't change the standard setting. That is the first rule, keep in your mind. Okay, you guys are going to be a good consultant only, that no need to change the standard setting. This is V3 April to March. This is what to say, you can say reference fiscal year variant is given by SAP. Okay, so I have created this fiscal year variant because I have to show you guys that what is the use of this year shift and all, how we are going to decide the year shift. But generally, if you have to create like April to March, a reference fiscal year variant is already given by SAP. So now let's suppose V3. Now since somebody has applied a check mark your calendar year, so whatever this month related settings are there, that is gone, right? But yes, this V4 is the copy of V3 itself. If you check here, then that settings will be here. Yes, same setting is there, whatever we have done, isn't it? Same setting is there. So generally what happened in real time, instead of creating a new one, either we can use V3 or else you need to copy V3. We can copy V3. Okay, so no need to copy for you people, you have to create, because this is how you guys are going to become consultant. So let's suppose now V3, somebody had changed the settings. So I have deleted, and let me create again, so that if somebody has to copy, in the sense other users I'm talking about, they will not face. And don't change any, as I said, like, okay, so I am copying this V4 to V3. Okay, how am I can copy this? Look at here, V4 is there, right? This V4 is, just let me exit here. Now, first of all, we are having V4. That is, let's suppose, so from here I'm going to copy. So click on select. First of all, I have selected this. Click on copy as, and then from V4 to which code I'm going to, which code? So from V4 to V3 I'm going to give. Remaining all things will be same, and press enter button. So you have to say copy all. Copy all means everything from V4. It is going to be enter. So V3 is copied, and now if you have a look, Look at here. It is saying first of all save it. Yes, I'll save. Then V3 is going to appear. SAP is becoming a little bit slower. So now double click on periods. So the same setting is applicable. So what is happening, guys? No need to make this change the standard setting. Okay, keep it as it is. And whenever we need, so we are going to copy this standard and we can create our own fiscal year variant that can be used, right? So there are certain people, because in this server even other candidates are also there, other people are also there, right? There are certain people, they will make some useless experiment. Don't do this. Sometime I've seen like people are deleting the standard configurations, right? So such kind of, this is bad, what do you say, things and all. As a good consultant, they will never delete the standard setting. What is the benefit of deleting something, right? What you guys are going to learn, or what anybody's are going to learn, isn't it? So that's what I say. My students will not do these things and all. Okay, don't delete any standard settings and all. We have to make different experiment. There are lots of things to learn, right? Okay, so I have defined TX as a fiscal year variant. This is what happened, guys. Here it is like, okay, yeah, the text here, text. That's what I was, yeah, TX. This is my fiscal year variant, right? So multiple fiscal year variants are there. How SAP will come to know that TX is the fiscal year variant for Tata Motor? So what we have to do, now this is supposed to be linked with your company code. So that is called assignment. I have created this fiscal year variant. Now I have to assign it to the company code. So how to assign? So for that, go to transaction code OB37. Okay. Now, so here, look at here, click on position and give here your company code TM22, that is the company code, and here you have to assign TX. Okay, that is my fiscal year variant. And here what will happen when you save it, then look at here, these two are blank. So when you save it, so look at here, this is called warning message. No postings are possible without fiscal year variant. It means SAP is saying that there is a company code TM23. So what fiscal year variant you want to assign here? So this is not my company code. Why should I assign a fiscal year variant? It is created by somebody. Maybe one of you might be created or somebody has created. So this is a warning message. Okay, so how to skip this message? Press enter button. And again, the next warning message, because TM24 is also, there is no fiscal year variant. So SAP is asking that, do you want to assign any fiscal year variant against this one also? No, I don't want. So press enter twice. Then the transport request got generated. Okay. So whenever such kind of warning message appear, press enter to skip. How you will come to know warning message and which one is the error message? That also very simple logic is there, but again, automatically you guys will come to know in upcoming sessions, because multiple things we have to see. So error message always appear in red color, warning message appears a yellow color message. Warning message will appear in yellow color, error message will appear in red color. Later on, multiple warning message also will appear, multiple what to say, error message also will appear. So you guys are going to be very much familiar with this. Okay, don't worry. So what I'll do, guys, I'll just wrap up this session here. Okay, I'll wrap up this session here itself. Whatever the next topics are there, that will be explained in next session. So that's all in this session, guys.